Hi, my name is Will, and this is Sheprd, the most reliable way to get kids from A to B. Our vision at Sheprd is simple. We will own the child transportation market, and we're doing that through a number of ways. By replacing busy parents who are otherwise driving their own kids, nannies and carpools, and even, as you can see here, the school bus. So where did this vision begin? About 2 years ago, our co-founder and CEO, Nick Jassett, was working for InMotion Ventures, which is the UK-based corporate VC arm of Jaguar Land Rover. At InMotion, Nick was tasked into looking at the future of child mobility and what companies or technologies were looking to truly disrupt that sector. To sum up his research, there were two key findings. One, there's a really big problem here, a massive opportunity in the UK and globally. And two, there weren't really anyone challenging or tackling this problem in the right way. So Nick approached his group of investors and said, I have a better mousetrap. And they said, okay, go start that business, come back 2 inches taller and 30 pounds heavier, and we'll talk. Hence, Sheprd was born. Sheprd provides safe and reliable rides for kids in consistent vehicles with trained, uniformed, and actually W-2 employed drivers. That's affordable for parents for everyday use. So what is the problem that we identified while working on InMotion? Well, I think many people in the room can probably identify with this photo, a busy parent sending an email, talking on the phone, kids going in multiple directions. Put it simply, it is a massive headache getting kids from A to B. So I want you all to consider Corrine. She's a single mom with 3 kids, and this is what her morning looked like before she started using Sheprd. She'd wake up at 6 a.m. and leave to bring her kids to school and then get to work. She'd drop her first kid off too early, second kid off maybe on time, third kid off a couple minutes late, and by 9 a.m., you guessed it, she's stuck in traffic late on the way to work. Corrine has more trips than she can drive. She can't be in 2 places at once, at least not yet. So insert Sheprd. We're basically 2.0 version of the school bus with 4 key components. One is our supply, our inspected, licensed, and environmentally friendly SUVs, driven by our drivers, our consistent fleet of licensed, background check drivers. And that's all enabled by our technology, our proprietary routing and booking platform that you have there on the left. So what does this mean for Corrine? It basically means that she can start her day on time, stress-free, and healthy. So what do I mean by that? Now that Corrine is using Sheprd, we've actually taken 1 more car off the road. Those 3 kids that Corrine have are now actually a part of a shared route with other kids going in a similar direction, and Corrine can take the bus to work. This is Corrine, an actual photo of Corrine. She's a Sheprd customer, probably taking her kids in Boston time as we speak. And this is an actual quote, Sheprd has saved my life. I'm not exaggerating. There are loads of other Corrines out there. This is not just in the US. This is a global phenomenon, as we mentioned. And here in the UK, it's also a big problem. 80% of all rural communities in the UK have seen a decline in subsidies towards student transportation in the last 8 years. And there's a lot of people that still need these rides. Over 500 million times in the UK every year, a child gets in the car and goes from A to B. So Sheprd's, it's not just a concept anymore. This is a real business. We are, as I mentioned, transporting kids as we speak. We're solving the problems that these parents have. Since we started in our first school year, we completed about 7,000 rides. In the past 2 months, we've scheduled 25,000 rides. It's working. So why is Sheprd here? We want to partner with a UK operator to basically pilot Sheprd service in 2 or 3 attractive markets in the UK, likely rural and suburban areas, as we mentioned, where there's an increasing need for what Sheprd provides. And there are multiple avenues and applications where we see Sheprd truly a good fit for the UK. And 3, just to mention here, 1, for special education, where many kids in the UK with special needs are being ordered taxis. Sheprd fits in there. Rural transportation, as we mentioned, basically an alternative or substitute for the school bus in areas where the school bus is no longer provided. And lastly, for private hire, direct to the consumer, to the parent. So maybe next time, for the next cohort, stay late for some burgers and beers, call a Sheprd home for your kids, and talk to us. We think Sheprd is the future of child transportation, and that future starts now. Thank you.
So obviously I love this idea, and it's working for you in the US. Why would you not just focus on the US?
Well, we still are focusing on the US. There's a lot still to prove in the markets out there, and we are doubling down on our product in Boston and other eastern state geographies. But we think in the UK, as we mentioned, there is a massive opportunity, and more importantly, it's a greenfield opportunity. There really aren't companies tackling this problem in the UK. There are actually a number of other incumbents in the US that we are going toe-to-toe with. So we think there's a greenfield opportunity, and we're positioned to tackle that. And our roots are here. We've come back, and we're 30 pounds heavier and a couple inches taller, and so we're ready to go.
You're looking big, man.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Will.
Thanks.
Cheers.